15.Religious Rites and the Sources of Temple Finance. In 2004, I went to Hong Kong to lead a local community of Bhikshunis in the study of a compendium of tables on the characteristics of offenses in the Dhammagupatthaka Bhikshuni precepts, lecturing on the circumstance that led the Buddha to establish these precepts. I helped the group to understand how nuns living during the Buddha's lifetime kept the precepts in order to restrain their physical and mental actions, how they lived as a community, how they maintained their relationship with the laity, as well as how the Buddha took the social climate of his time into consideration when establishing suitable precepts to set standards for monastics and respond to society's needs. Every precept was promoted by a particular set of circumstances, each of which was resolved by the Buddha in a different way. In the course of our discussion on the origins of each precept, the community of Bhikshunis in Hong Kong began to reflect upon their own situations. According to them, when mainland Chinese monastics came to Hong Kong to lead sutra recitations, repentance ceremonies, and conduct other Buddhist rituals, it impacted their sources of finance. Hearing that, I could gauge what society in Hong Kong needed from religion. The spread of Buddhism to China resulted in the development of the Chinese Buddhist tradition. In Southern Asia, the Theravada Buddhist tradition, and when Buddhism was transmitted to Tibet, the Tibetan Buddhist tradition aroused what every Buddhist tradition has in common is the need to address death and its related affairs. Sutra recitation, repentance ceremonies, and other religious rituals. This sometimes becomes a source of temple finance. In Hong Kong, many monastics prefer not to perform such rituals, but since bereaved family members are still in need of such practical assistance, monastics from mainland China have taken over this role. Over time, this development has had a negative impact on the finance of temples in Hong Kong. Hence, the Bhikshunis in Hong Kong are beginning to grow concerned about this state of affairs. However, considered from another perspective, if sutra recitation and repentance ceremonies are a temple's main sources of finance, monastics will devote most of their time and effort to those functions, and this could become an obstacle to their personal Dharma practice. A monastic typically receives more offerings from conducting religious ceremonies for a day than from propagating the Dharma by giving talks. As such, some monastics are taking economic considerations into account and shifting their emphasis from giving Dharma teachings to performing sutra recitations and the repentance ceremonies. In this case, what will become of the spread and the development of the Buddha Dharma?